Hello and welcome back to our channels as we continue our series on Battletech Advanced 3062, the mod that includes the full star map which allows you to travel to and fight the clan. So that's what we're going to do today. We're continuing to punish Clan Jade Falcon for their intrusions into the inner sphere. So I have a assassinate mission all teed up. We're in a jungle environment, so that's going to be key. I'm a little suspicious of this 3.5 skull mission because they mentioned reinforcements, so let's see what happens.
Command interface initiated.
Alright, we're in a jungle environment, so we're going to have to watch our heat very carefully. Our assassination targets are way across the map. So one of the first things I like to do is take a look at the local geography and try to come up with a plan that maximizes things for me. So right off the bat, looks like the enemy is way on this other side of the map. We're up on a crest of a hill, so what pops into my head is we're going to want to set up camp, hopefully in this cluster of trees here, and see if we can get the enemy to come to us.
On my way.
I've got 2 Warhawks, Night Gear, an Executioner, Stormcrow. Yes, I brought 7 mechs to this fight because I'm suspicious of the description. We got a Black Lantern. That's going to be one of our primary scouts. So push that ahead. Got a Shadow Cat, who's also going to be our other sensor locker and scout.
Keep your eyes peeled, Commander. This looks like an ideal place for an ambush.
I mean, look at work. So we got, let's do a quick count of what we're up against. So supporting enemy forces, since it's a clan force, that's 5. Eliminate ambushes, that's 10. Jade Falcon support lance, that's another 5. So we're looking at 15 against 7 here. So there's no joke. This is going to be a throwdown fight, and it's going to take every bit of our skills and strategic thinking to make this a viable fight. And it's 17 against 7 against 15, and the enemy is all in clan equipment. We don't know that for sure yet. We'll see what happens. But that's going to be a big determination. Alright, so what we need to do is do a little of what I call chasing the rabbit.
Understood.
We're going to push our lights forward. See if they can get the enemy interested in coming after us, and see if we can set up a situation. And we're going to have to see what our lights discover here as they push forward. We can either set up a defensive position here on this top of the hill, or we can try to take advantage of the fact that the enemy is going to have to cross some open ground here and go across a river. So what I tend to do in these situations is I'll set up at the closest location that's advantageous to me, and then we'll see what the enemy does. We can always push forward to the next location, but you want to be thinking, where can I go that's going to give me a strategic advantage? And try to set yourself in the best position Alright, so we got our Black Lantern here. So let's push our Black Lantern forward. What we want to do, it's got really high evasion. You want to start seeing what we're dealing with here. Do the same thing with the Shadow Cat. We want to see if the enemy will take the bait and start coming after us. We don't always have to rush into closing on the enemy. Sometimes it's best to just see what the enemy's going to do. So we got a bunch of lights with high evasion. Let's see. We can get a sensor lock on that 55 tonner. I don't know how much that's going to help me. Let's get a sensor lock on this 95 ton vehicle. See what we're up against. So it's a Puma. Those are beasts. Absolute beasts. Well, we got a Ice Ferret. Looks like it's coming out to play. Alright, so the Ice Ferret's goal is to get vision on us, to give firing information for everything else nasty that's coming our way. Alright, so they're sending another 55 tonner. Okay, so they are, looks like they're leaning towards chasing the rabbit here. Alright, so what we're going to do, we're going to push up. See what our hit chance is in. So this Ice Ferret has really low evasion. We got a Storm Crow. So we're going to take a shot. Yeah, we're going to take a shot here. Okay, good shot. We hit.
Ready for order.
Push forward and support.
On my way, double time.
A good defensive effort is situations where sometimes you advance, sometimes you retreat. In this case, not the best hit percentages here for this LRM 40. But I think we have to take the shot. We want to try to take out some of these scouts so they can't just wail at us with impunity from long range. Everybody else is going to push forward. I'm hoping I could set up a defense in depth here.
Yes, Commander. Need something, Chief?
Alright, let's keep pushing everybody forward.
On the move. Full speed.
Get a setup on this ridge with cover. It's really the best position I have if I can get the enemy to come to me.
They're blanking.
Alright, our lights have got to stay evasive here. What we want to do is kind of draw. We can't let the enemy. Oof, that hurts. Concentrate its forces. That was a lucky shot because that Black Lantern is very evasive. Oof. Because the enemy outnumbers us, could very well well, they outton us just because they outnumber us. So we have to kind of spread the enemy out. We can't let the enemy concentrate their fire. As you can see, they've got so many weapons platforms here that we gotta kind of pull back after this round. Ouch, Ouch, ouch. And try to get them to chase the rabbit, as I say, which is try to get the enemy to come after my mediums and pull them towards my heavy firepower. And hopefully we can get small groups at a time coming after us so we can kind of whittle the numbers down a little to our advantage. This is going to be a long, drawn-out battle. But we have to do this smart. If I push forward, I will get squished because they have too much firepower. At their disposal. So what we've done here is we've kind of said, hey, look at me. You got some lights here. Come and get us. Right? If you can imagine that. Alright, so we're going to keep our lights extremely evasive.
Copy that.
For one more round. We're going to try to get them in a situation where they're like, where they really feel like they have to chase me because I'm doing getting in some good hits. But we also want to, at the same time, be moving our mechs back towards our main area of defense here, while staying a little. Ooh, I wish I would have been more evasive there. Let's do a sensor lock on this Puma here. I can't do a sensor lock on Puma. We'll do a sensor lock on Ice Ferret. Probably won't help us very much. Just one more round where we can see they're going to go after my Shadow Hawk, which is good because he's highly evasive. Push up our Stormcrow here. Still keeping it in cover a good distance away. Good shots on this Puma here. Let's see what the Ice Ferret does. Ice Ferret retreats. Okay, so they're not quite sure they want to take the bait. Alright, so we're going to have to be a little bit more aggressive here. We want to bring some pain. Try to get them to... We want to poke the bear so they feel like they have to come after us. So we're going to move up just enough that we can get in some good hits here on this Puma. One thing is we're going to have to keep an eye on our ammo consumption here. So making smart decisions is going to be key. we have to take this shot at this Puma here. Good hit.
Solid connection on that one.
Alright, can we move up our executioner enough that we can... Alright. Move up our executioner enough, just enough. We should be able to hit this Puma with missiles. Alright. One target down. Doesn't even scratch the surface of what we're up against here. So now it's 14 against 7. So 2-1 odds. Which isn't that bad if we actually act as the defender. So we don't have the numbers to aggressively attack here. So this is where we gotta make smart decisions here. We gotta keep our lights evasive. We have to keep the enemy in a position where they feel like they have to close on me. That's where this is gonna be key. Alright, 55 tonner. Looks like he's trying to flank around. Alright, we've got to keep our lights, our scouts evasive here. I can't call them lights because the Shadow Cat's a 45 tonner and the Lantern's a 55 tonner, but they're so evasive and they're in a scouting role, so sometimes I have a tendency to call them lights. But the theory still holds. We got to keep them evasive. We got to keep taking shots at the enemy in smart ways. We want them to feel like they need to push forward and
Reporting minimal damage.
get sensor locks on us, which means we'll be able to start whittling these numbers down.
Barely hits, Commander.
See, this is the problem. Is they have so many weapons platforms that even if their hit percentages are lousy, because our Shadow Cat is very evasive here, eventually they're going to start to take some, we're going to take some damage.
I'm showing my
I can see why people enjoy this line of work.
Alright, so what do we do? And we've got this 95 tonner that's kind of out there by itself. Now, could we... highly evasive here. Sprint in. What are we up against here? We got an executioner. Alright, really good hit percentages. But I'm gonna save my sensors. I'm gonna save my weapons on my lights because I only have so many LRMs. And we're gonna use our light here as a sensor locker on that 95 tonner. Ah, we've got a whole bunch of enemies in that sector. Alright, so how does that change what we want to do? And we've got a whole bunch of enemies everywhere. Really, that's the reality here. We're just kind of probing for a weakness. Push our Black Lantern up. Keep it evasive. So can I? Alright, so it can go here. Still be very evasive. This executioner's got no evasion, so let's actually just take a shot at one of its legs. We should have pretty good hit percentages here. We do. So let's hit the executioner. Take shots at our Shadow Cat. It's pretty evasive. So our Night Gear has a target other than the Executioner.
I'll do what I can.
So see what our Night Gear has. We can hit the Executioner. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and hit that Executioner again.
Roger.
Trying to poke the bear. Trying to get him to come after us. That is the key here. This is not going to be a quick battle, guys. If you are looking for a quick battle, this is not going to be one. This is one where we need to be super smart about what we do here. Blood Asp. Mm-hmm.
Waiting for orders.
Especially when it comes to weapons where we have limited ammo, we're going to have to make smart choices here. Alright, hit percentages are really good across the board here. Let's go ahead and hit this Executioner. Alright, we got some structure exposed. That's a good start.
Critical hit.
Yeah, looks like the enemy's going to try to flank us. They don't really have the best avenue to try to flank us on the left. Alright, they're going to keep taking shots at our Shadow Cat. We can actually live with that for the short term.
On the clock.
Be a little aggressive with our Executioner here.
Let's get down to it.
Because we gotta take the advantage. When we have an opportunity to hit a large target like this, we're gonna go ahead and take it. Keep hitting this Executioner. Knocked down, very nice. Keep shooting missiles at what we have within range, which is the Shadow Cat. see what this executioner does. Is he going to be aggressive here? Or is he going to pull back? He's going to pull back. See, the AI is being pretty disciplined here. Which is fine, as long as we're disciplined as well. We got to get in our lumps on the enemy without them doing significant damage to us. That is the key here. So this is a good opportunity for us to
On my way. Double time.
pull back a little bit. Got a pretty good target here in this hunchback. I wouldn't mind. See, we got to take some of these weaker targets off the board.
I've got a sensor.
We got to find targets that are isolated and exposed and make those our targets and just whittle down the enemy numbers. Alright, we got that, probably that ice ferret trying to push forward.
Yep.
So, should we try to discourage that ice ferret? I think we can keep evasive enough here. We'll have our black lantern push forward. Oh no, that's not the ice ferret. That is a scarecrow. But it's a scarecrow that's got no cover. It's kind of exposed here. Let's go for a leg shot. Of course, it's got nowhere near the leg. But we just kind of want to discourage them from getting around our flanks. And that scarecrow is kind of exposed there, so that was a good opportunity. Alright, the hunchback's going to push forward. That's actually really good for us.
How's it going?
Alright. Because we need to pick off some targets here. So that hunchback's got low evasion, no cover. We've got to take whatever targets we can that are giving us a good shot for an isolated situation where we can have multiple mechs against one. Because we need to whittle these numbers down.
Yeah.
So this is a situation where we definitely want to say, you know what? If you're going to put a hunchback right out there, exposed, we're going to take advantage of that and pound this guy really hard while we have the chance. If we could take this hunchback out without having a significant
Order acknowledged.
amount of damage on our mechs, this is a big win. So we gotta take these opportunities when they present themselves. There we go. Now, not only did we improve our odds there, but now they have to push someone else out to get vision on us,
What's up?
or all those missile mechs aren't going to be able to do anything to us. Alright, so this is a good opportunity for us to reposition without engaging.
I'm on the clock.
We do not have a target, so we're just going to reposition.
Alright, let's get down to it.
We've taken out 2 enemy mechs, and we've done damage to 2 others, and they have not done significant damage to us. Up, they're pushing the executioner ahead. And the blood asp. The blood asp is still in cover, though. So they're pushing the executioner forward. That's not a bad thing, actually. Black Lanter's drawing some fire. He'll probably draw some fire from the missile boats. The support lance is probably going to shoot at the Black Lantern. Yeah, there we go. As long as he's evasive, it should be okay. Still okay. We're going to pull back that Black Lantern at its next opportunity. But this is a classic example of defense in depth. We're going to move forward, we're going to pull back. We're going to try to suck the enemy in, and we're going to retreat. We're going to go after targets of opportunity. Black Lantern's getting beat up. It's okay. It's alright. Not. Okay. So what we need to do here is we need to push back against this executioner, and we need to make him pay for coming out of cover. That means anybody who has a shot on this guy is taking a shot on this guy, including our sensor lockers. He's out in the open. He's already got damage. It's a perfect opportunity for us to take out a significant enemy mech while it's out of cover and outnumbered. So that's what we need to do here. The geography is really playing into our defense here. We can defend in depth. The enemy has to go across open areas. It also has to go across rivers. So we have to maximize our use of this territory. So one of the things we need to do here, let's see. So I can do a couple things here. I can continue to refuse my right flank by just picking on this scarecrow. It's a risky thing to do, but we're tying up a lot of the enemy force as they keep trying to do damage to this Black Lantern, and it's doing a nice amount of damage to this scarecrow, kind of whittling it down. So let's take this shot here. Great shots on that leg. So we're tying up a lot of the enemy by refusing our flank there. Alright, so again, we've got this executioner sitting in the middle of the river. It's already got significant structural damage. We're going to keep hammering this guy. There we go. The engine's in trouble. Do the same thing here. This is a significant unit that if we can get it out of the fight, this will be good. All right, the jungle environment's catching up to us here a little bit, but let's keep hitting this executioner. There we go. There goes the executioner. Alright, so now the odds are about 13-7. So see, we're slowly grinding away on that disadvantage while suffering minimal damage to our mechs. That's key. Alright, got a good shot at this Royal Phoenix Hawk here. Let's actually do a precision strike. And, let's just go for the head. Probably not going to hit, but might get lucky. See what our other Warhawk has. Alright, we're going to save our AC-10 ammo because we only have so many shots. And you know what? We're gonna save our LRM-15 ammo. Yeah, the hit percentage doesn't quite make this a good shot, and we're just gonna keep poking the bear. We're just gonna keep taking opportunities to cause damage to the enemy while they're not doing damage to us. It's a pretty straightforward formula. See if we can do the same thing with our executioner. Do I want to take this shot? The hit percentages probably warrant this, and I've got to keep hitting them to encourage them to send some more of their forces out to engage us. Alright, shots at our Shadow Cat. That's fine. If they want to tie up a Blood Asp to attack my Shadow Cat, fine with me. Alright, we're going to keep going after our Black Lantern.
They got a lock on me.
Okay. Alright, what's the Stormcrow going to do? Sensor lock.
Sensor lock.
Okay. That's fine. Ouch, ouch, ouch. Ouch. Wow, okay.
Getting my ass kicked.
So our Black Lantern needs to be pulled back now. Oh, we got a 100-ton mech up there. That's nice. Like the odds aren't hard enough right now. Alright, so that 100-ton mech is the one that's an LRM boat.
Hold it firm.
Okay. That's fine. Alright, gonna go after our Black Lantern again. Alright. Black Lantern's gonna be pulled back permanently for right now. Assuming it survives this. Oof. That's okay.
Something important.
That's alright. It served its role over there. Please, just don't die. It lost its evasion. That's part of the problem. Oh no, knockdown.
You bastard!
Well, this wasn't going to be a bloodless fight. Oh boy, there goes our Black Lantern. So, unfortunately, some bad hits there. I don't know if there was a way around that, really. We're gonna have to take a little risk here with our Shadowhawk. I think we'll be okay. So we get vision. There's a dire wolf. Okay, that's the 100-tonner. No, it's not the 100-tonner. Wow, we got some crazy enemies here. Alright. So what I'd like to do is try to clear up some of our flank here. We're actually going to take a let's not do a precision strike here. But we're definitely going to go in hard on this Phoenix Hawk. It's fine. We knew our Shadowhawk was going to be under fire by moving them up so far.
Waiting for orders.
Alright. We need to push up a little. best hit percentages here. We need to try to keep taking an enemy off the field continuously. Okay.
Barely hits, Commander.
Alright, so that Phoenix Hawk it actually did something pretty smart. So it moved towards us, but out of vision of the Shadow Hawk. Alright, so the next question is can we... do we have vision on? Got that Blood Asp, really good hit percentages actually. That Dire Wolf. We need a precision strike here. Gotta start working on that Blood Asp. So much armor, but it was the best target available there. Gonna keep shooting at that Shadowhawk.
Waiting for orders.
Can our Warhawk get... No, can't get vision on that Phoenix Hawk. Alright, so we're just gonna have to take some shots at this asp here. Oh, another 90-tonner to the party. I mean, it's just crazy about how much enemy firepower we're up against here. Keep avoiding. Let's keep saving our ammunition. Keep poking at them with long-range lasers.
I'm on the clock. What do you want? All right, let's get down to it.
Blood Asp is slowly, yet surely coming out of cover.
My coffee and I'm fucking angry.
Alright. So, how much havoc can our Shadowhawk cause? That's kind of my logic here. If we can get the enemy to chase the Shadowhawk around. Let's give this a try. Gonna keep the Shadowhawk evasive. We're gonna have it do a sensor lock on this Blood Asp.
Now who's done for having all the armor?
Alright, so that Royal Phoenix Hawk is trying to flank us.
Yes, Commander.
Let's keep hitting that Blood Asp. Okay, we're wasting a lot of firepower on our Shadowhawk.
Aye, aye. On my way.
It's actually not the worst hit percentages on that Phoenix Hawk. Really need to make them. Let's see if I do this. It's a little unorthodox. There we go. So I took care of that Phoenix Hawk that was trying to flank us. Alright, so that's 12 against 6.
Standing by.
Kind of treading water here.
All right. Info.
So I'm trying to clear out one of my flanks. If I clear out one of my flanks, then they're going to have to push forward with those other units across the hill. Or across the river. And then defense in depth can be used. Best hit percentages here on that Blood Asp, but we'll take the shot.
No joy.
Alright, so I got a lot of the enemy's units basically just chasing after my Shadowhawk, which is not the worst thing in this scenario.
Alright, let's get down to it.
Not the best hit percentages here, so we're going to save our missiles. Alright, so our gamble with our Shadowhawk is paying off right now. We're keeping the enemy distracted by putting our Shadowhawk deep into their flank. So a lot of these enemy units the closest threat to them is the Shadowhawk, so they're inclined to actually try to push forward. And we'll do a sensor lock on that Blood Asp in case that's our best opportunity. So a lot of the enemy forces right now are tied up.
Commander,
They're not really... Okay, so we're going to do something a little aggressive here with our Storm Crow. Should be okay, he's pretty evasive. Want to keep hitting this Blood Asp here. Focusing on our Shadow Cat, which is fine for right now. Because we need to get some kills.
I'm here.
Here's our Night Gear. Our Night Gear. Let's keep the Night Gear in cover.
Going full throttle.
And we're going to take advantage of that sensor lock. And let's do another precision strike here. Usually don't do those with missiles, but want to make advantage, take the most of these LRM shadows here. Those Blood Asps have so much armor for 90 tons.
Yes, Commander.
They could take such a pounding. Alright, let's keep hitting that Blood Asp here. Alright, we got some structural damage finally.
orders. Roger that.
Ooh, really good shots here on this Blood Asp. So we're going to use our AC-10s, we're going to use our LRMs. Start to see some serious damage, so let's try to pile it on. Alright, double heat sink destroyed. Not small, considering that's an energy build and we're in the jungle. So keep hitting our Shadow Cat. We're trying to. We can handle it for a little while. But think about how many enemy units that our Shadowhawk is, or Shadow Cat is distracting. They literally have half their force chasing our Shadow Cat, which is kind of crazy when you think about it.
Let's get down to it.
Alright, let's keep hitting this Blood Asp here. Alright, Blood Asp. Let's put a pulling back to cover. Alright, this is where things are going to get a little tricky. Alright, so we need to take advantage of our Shadow Cat. Do some backstabbing here. So we've got a great hit percentage here on this Blood Asp. It's taken a lot of damage. Let's hit it where it hurts.
Score on. Go ahead.
Blood Asp is panicked.
Ready.
Shadowhawk can actually get vision on what's up here. What do we have up here? We got a another blood asp. Like, one wasn't enough. Now we got two. Alright, so in this case, neither one of these hit percentages warrants me using those LRMs. So we're going to save our LRMs. Alright, they're going to keep going after our Shadow Cat. That's fine.
Reporting.
If we can try to clear up this flank.
Aye, aye. Let's move.
Alright, let's do Precision Strike again on this Blood Asp. In a perfect world, we could get it to maybe eject.
I'm here. Acknowledged. Target locked.
Good to go. Confirmed.
Save our weapon, our ammo. Alright, we got one hit in on that Blood Asp. Still in a panic state. Ouch. 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 That hurts.
Being quiet.
At least we didn't lose evasion. Oh, we got structural on our Shadow Cat. We knew that was going to happen eventually. So,
Watch my set.
ouch, ouch.
I hate these guys.
I'm on the clock.
I agree. I hate these guys too.
Alright, let's get down to it.
Keep hitting this Blood Asp.
Well, we need salvage anyway.
How many hits is it going to take before it ejects? Oh, are you kidding me? Alright, that hurts. Our Shadow Hawk is in a bad place right now.
Getting.
Alright.
Ready for orders.
Alright, so the one thing we got going for us with the Shadowhawk, fortunately, is it can jump. It needs to be evasive here. Needs to get a little distance. Still gonna take a shot on this Blood Asp because it's so close to being forced to eject. Alright.
Orders.
Oh, got a rear shot on that Blood Asp. Hit percentages are lousy here, but this gets to the point where you just want to see if you can cause them to panic into ejecting. enough yet. Keep going after a Shadow Cat. Not much we can do about that. It's like trying to make him pay. Come on, you know you want to eject. Warhawk's got no target. Push it forward. Need to just keep hitting this blood asp. And we'll use the AC-10 here. We're just trying to get this guy to maybe eject. Yes, alright, he ejected. Alright. So now we're 6 against 11. But our Shadow Cat is really hanging on by a thread here. Alright, we're gonna have to reposition for a round. Shadow Cat has to keep evasive here, no matter what. And try to get a little distance on some of those missile boats that keep shooting at him. Yeah, we'll take this shot here. The good thing here is we do have vision on this other blood asp here. Don't like the hit percentages here, but we need to start hitting this guy. We got him isolated 6 against 1. To try to take advantage of that, even though it's not the best hit percentages here. We've got an isolated target. Alright, let's use our precision strikes to make this more viable. of misses here. That's alright. Lots of misses. That's okay. Shadowcat is running on thin ice.
I'm on the clock. What do you want? All right, let's get down to it.
Looks like this blood asp wants to come out and fight us, which is actually good. Alright. Okay, so we're going to keep moving our Shadowcat away from all those enemy vehicles, keep it in cover. And it's primarily going to be a sensor locker now, so we're just going to sensor lock that blood asp. Hope our Shadowcat survives. Everybody else is going to keep moving. If we can keep focusing on this blood asp, eventually we should be able to take him off the board. Looks like we lost our weapons sounds. I've noticed if a battle goes long enough in this mod, sometimes you lose your battle sound, your weapon sounds, which is not that big of a deal, really. Alright, we got this blood asp isolated. Gotta keep taking advantage of this situation. Going after our Shadowcat here. Ouch. Ouch. Got some structural on that blood asp.
Well, who needs salvage anyways?
Okay, blood asp was going to push forward. Alright. Poor Shadowcat. Tough spot here. Best chance is to push forward, stay as evasive as possible. Get a little distance. And sensor lock this blood asp again. Not sure how long our Shadowcat's going to hang in here. Again, we lost all of our weapon sounds. These hit percentages are horrible. Gotta keep hitting this blood asp while it's isolated. More double heat sinks destroyed. I'll be shocked if our Shadowcat makes it through this round. Good hits on that blood asp. Oh boy. Hang in there, Shadowcat. Not want to get our Warhawk into that spore cloud. Let's keep hitting this blood asp while we have it isolated. Sorry about the loss of the weapon sounds, guys. It's a known bug for this mod. Whenever a mission goes super long, you tend to lose your weapon sounds sometimes.
Need salvage anyways.
Not really that big of a deal. Oh, the blood asp takes a shot. More shots at our poor Shadowhawk, or Shadowcat. But it might survive this round. Oh, did I just curse it? Nope. Looks like it's gonna survive. Alright, so that's good. So what we need to do is keep moving this guy. Finally he got his sprint ability back. So that's big, because the Shadowcat should now be able to outrun most of what's being shot at him, but even better, we can take shots at the rear of this blood asp here, hoping it'll get to the point where it ejects. Shadowcat's kind of outrunning some of those mechs that keep shooting at it. Oh, they switched targets to the Executioner. Okay. So that means some of these enemy units have probably pushed across the river, which in and of itself is not horrible. Stormcrow's really running out of weapons here. But we gotta try to finish off this blood asp. Try to get knocked down here without using all my weapons. Oh, engine destroyed. Okay, there goes the blood asp. Alright. So now we're down to 9 against 6. Still got a lot of work ahead of us. Alright, so now we need to start repositioning. Because I'm pretty sure we had some enemies flank us on the right while we were trying to get rid of that blood asp. So now we need to reposition. Back the other way. Told you this would be an epic battle, guys. 15 against 7. Everybody's in clan technology. This is not a situation where it's 15 against 7, but it's inner sphere mechs versus clan mechs. That would have been a really quick battle. Alright, so our Shadowcat. So our Shadowcat, we need to try to work back to the other side of the river so we can just focus on being a sensor locker in the background. Hopefully we can get him back across the river. One of the best ways we can do that is by pushing everybody else forward and making them the target. So let's do that. Our Stormcrow's going to kind of have to move into our scout role because it's almost out of weapons. Alright, we got a 60-ton vehicle coming up. Can we put ourselves in a position where we can maybe take that 60-ton vehicle out while it's isolated? Every kill that we get at this point increases our chances. So we gotta be smart. Smart, smart, smart about how we do this. We really minimize damage on all of our heavies. And we're gonna need every inch of armor we can get. So let's try to set up on the hill, see if we can get the enemy to close on us. Alright, doesn't look like the enemy has any vision on... I don't want to go through that spore field, it's not worth it.
Let's make some bad decisions at high speed.
All right. All right, so we want to keep pushing our poor Shadow Cat back with the rest of our force so it can kind of hang out in the back and hopefully survive and focus on doing sensor locks for us. Great, they sensor locked it. Alright, so let's try to push forward and give them a better target to shoot at. Alright, so we got a heavy tank. Good hit percentages here. So let's take that shot. So we're basically using this heavy tank as a scout right now. Going after our Shadow Cat. Really, really want to take that Shadow Cat out. Not like to do this. We're taking a chance putting the night gear through a spore field. Not the ideal situation. I'd like to take out this tank if we can. Not only does it take out a target, but it takes out vision. There we go. Alright. So by my count, that gives us... So we've got the primary target. That's 1. Destroy enemy support forces. That's 5. So that's 6 altogether. And then we have 8. So we have 8 against 6 here. We're slowly working on getting where we want to be. So let's try to push forward carefully. I want to keep trying to isolate one enemy unit at a time. So let's try to push forward, set up a defensive line. Hopefully the enemy will start popping out looking for us. And going after our Shadow Cat. Ouch, ouch, ouch. Our Shadow Cat is close to dust here. Poor Shadow Cat needs to get away from the enemy as far as possible right now. We'll actually take a vigilance. Try to give our Shadow Cat a break. Alright, they're pushing forward. Alright, so they're pushing, since we destroyed their tank, they're now pushing somebody, this 55 tonner ahead to act as a scout. Alright, it's a Stormcrow. So what we're going to do is we're going to push our Stormcrow ahead and kind of act as our scout now to give us vision, because he's almost out of LRMs. And we got to try to see if we can take out that Stormcrow while it's isolated. Push forward pretty aggressively on that Stormcrow. We got significant advantage on it right now. Our missiles are really becoming a problem. But there's not much we can do about that. Keep hitting that Stormcrow hard. It's isolated. It's also giving vision to the other enemy units, so that's another reason to take it out. Right, they're targeting our Stormcrow because it's the closest target. Alright, we gotta push forward. Really need to best situation for engaging this Stormcrow. Good hit percentages here at least. This game is so quiet and peaceful when we lose our weapons noise. Am I right? Alright, our Warhawk's got no target. No target. Alright, gonna keep going after our Stormcrow. Knew that was gonna happen.
I'm on the clock. What do you want?
Alright, gonna be a little risky here with our Executioner. Hopefully it's not gonna hurt too badly. But I really like to just do significant damage to the Stormcrow while we can, while it's isolated. Okay, there goes a leg.
Well,
Alright, so let's start circling our poor Shadow Cat back. I just want to get him in range where he can actually do some sensor locks for us. Not yet. Alright, let's pull our Stormcrow back. See if We can finish off their Stormcrow perhaps. Oh, gotta give that Stormcrow pilot credit. He's in bad shape, and he still had the... Oof, this is where they're gonna make me pay by exposing that Executioner.
I just dropped my coffee and I'm fucking...
Alright, so this is super important here. We gotta take out this Stormcrow. But it's got almost nothing left, so let's do lasers only. And a precision strike to the center torso. Hopefully this will finish off this Stormcrow. No! Alright. That's fine. The important reason to get rid of that Stormcrow is it's giving vision to the enemy here. So this is where we absolutely need to just finish off this Stormcrow. So we can take away vision. I don't think it can take 2 PPC shots, so I don't think we need to do precision strike. There we go. Alright. Alright, so we're almost close to parity. So our strategy is definitely working here. Alright, so let's push up. Alright, 6 against 8.
I'm on the clock.
Technically, neither force here is strong enough
All right. Let's
to attack. But hopefully the enemy will keep sending a unit to get vision, and that's where we're going to have our advantage here. Alright, so we're going to move up our Shadow Cat, keep it far to the rear, almost in range for a sensor lock. Alright, so we're going to push forward again with our poor Stormcrow here, because we need to get vision. Alright, we got a good opportunity to take some good hits on this Rhino support tank. Almost out of missiles here for this Stormcrow, so it's definitely going to have to be our scout going forward, but we're getting some really good hits on that Rhino fire support tank. Alright, they're going to make the Stormcrow pay for it, but that's okay. Because again, what are we doing? We're taking out one target at a time, forcing anytime they send a unit forward to try to get vision, we're going to hammer it. Forcing them to take one unit at a time and push it forward. Really running out of missiles here, but we got to take this shot to take out this Rhino fire support tank, hopefully. There we go. Alright, so we're now at 7 against 6. Believe it or not. Alright, we got a summoner. It's going to make our grass Stormcrow pay. That's alright. kind of a necessary evil here. Alright, now we got some vision on this next wave of enemies. Probably that summoner. Alright, so we got... Sometimes you gotta pick your battles here, so... Let's take some headshots at this summoner. Maybe we'll get lucky. Ooh, that was a headshot. That hit the head of that summoner. Alright, they're going to keep hitting our Stormcrow. We're going to have to pull it back at the next opportunity. Alright, so as you can see, we did get a headshot in on that summoner. So, it's vulnerable to getting taken out with a good headshot. So we're going to keep hitting that. It's the only weapon, only target we have available right now. We're going to keep hitting our Stormcrow. We're going to have to pull him back at the next opportunity.
Alright, let's get down to it.
Ouch, ouch. Stormcrow's in trouble. It's okay. It's alright. Kinda had to do it. Had to have a scout out there, so we'll pull the Stormcrow back as much as we can, or we might just eject. Or it might not survive. Alright, there goes
Shoot me next.
there goes our Stormcrow. This was not going to be a bloodless battle by any stretch of the imagination. Alright. We're going to have to risk our Shadow Cat. Right, so we don't have vision right now, so we're kind of resetting our battle line here. Alright, they're pushing someone forward. What do we feel comfortable about doing here? Alright, we're going to be risky here with the Shadow Cat. Very risky with the Shadow Cat, but get sensor lock on that summoner. Alright, we gotta push forward. Try to hit this summoner hard while we can. It's exposed, it's got no evasion, it's got no cover. and it's getting vision. So we need to hit that hard. Alright, he pulled back. Alright, sometimes you just gotta be... In every battle, you're gonna have a situation where you need to just be a little aggressive. I think we're close to that time. For at least a round, I want to poke the bear. Ouch, ouch, ouch.
I'm on the clock. What do you want? All right, let's get down to it. Let's see if I'm sober enough to line this up.
Alright, I'm gonna have to pull that Warhawk back. Alright, let's keep our Shadow Cat evasive in the rear. And can't give us a center lock this round. That's okay. All right. Got no shots here. That's okay. Brace. There's the summoner coming back out. Alright, wildfire. We need to pull back. Can't risk wildfire here. Already took a pretty good hit. Couple hits the last round, so we're just gonna pull her back. Force the enemy to push forward. Or we can take alternate turns here with our Warhawks. Try to get vision on this summoner. Yes, okay. Alright, let's take the most of this opportunity. Remember, this guy's got has damage to the head, so we're going to shoot everything we can at his head. Yes, lethal damage. Alright, there goes that summoner. This is a battle, folks.
I'm on the clock. What do you want?
Alright. Classic situation where we're gonna take a pause. We've got no vision on us. just a little bit, pushing that Shadowhawk up, Shadowcat up. And we'll see if we can. Alright, so we got a Rhino fire support that they pushed up a little bit. Right, we got that. Oh, we got that ice ferret. That's one of the mechs that's left. I forgot about that ice ferret. We haven't seen it for quite some time. Do we? Alright, so we do have a shot on that Rhino. Okay, taking out an enemy target is taking out an enemy target. Got to take advantage of this if we can. Yes. All right. We're getting some good wins here. Each time we take a target out, we're greatly increasing our chances of success here. And keep in mind, so we've lost a Stormcrow and a Black Lantern. 2 medium mechs, and we've taken out multiple heavy enemy assaults and heavy mechs. So I'm not too worried about our damage here. Alright, so the enemy's pushing forward a little. Alright. Because they want to get vision. They can't help it. The AI wants to get vision on us. If they keep pushing enemies in one at a time, alright, so we're gonna play the long game here. So we're gonna move our Shadowcat, trying to figure out ways that I can get sensor locks. That's going to be the next round, where we can keep the Shadowcat far enough away, yet it can still get sensor locks. So we might take a round of repositioning here, which is not that big of a deal. You know, again, we pretty much have weapons forces parity here. So it's going to come down to who makes the right strategic moves.
I'm on the clock, whether you want.
Brace here. All right. Now, we gotta be smart. Can we be aggressive with our Shadowcat? Get it in sensor range. Alright, we got carrier. I think that weapons carrier is the one that has all that Gauss firepower. Oh, of course it moves as soon as we get sensor lock. Alright, but at least we have vision. So that might not be so bad. Alright, this weapons carrier. I know we're running out of missiles here for our night gear, but this could be worth it. Alright, that's a nice bit of their firepower. Alright, so we took out the support lance. So now the enemy's got 4 mechs left remember, they started out with 15. We started out with 15 opponents. They're down to 4. They still have some significant tonnage advantages here. So we're going to be smart. So we're going to brace again. We're going to brace again. We're close to pulling this off. And there's going to be significant salvage here. That if we have to travel to another planet after this mission, I'm okay with it. Because we're going to get some very nice salvage out of this. For sure. Alright. Now this is where it gets tough. This is where we're going to have to play it smart. We're going to keep moving the Shadow Cat. Keep it highly evasive. We could lose the Shadow Cat at any time here. But I'm hoping they're so distracted by what else we have out here that they can't afford to go after the Shadow Cat right now. Alright, especially if we push forward here. Alright, so our Night Gear is out of missiles. So it just becomes a laser boat. Alright, we got plenty of precision strikes here, so why not take a shot for the head? You never know what can happen. Nice shot there. Alright. We're going to keep engaging at long range. Let's keep going for the head. Why not? We have an advantage long range weapons wise here. Plus we have sensor lock. Let's keep taking shots for the head while we have a chance. Alright, what are you gonna do, enemy? You need to push forward to get vision. You absolutely do need to push forward to get vision.
Alright, let's get down to it.
Otherwise, we're just going to keep pummeling you at long range. And clanners hate getting sniped. Come on, clanners. What are you going to do? It's going to back up. They're actually playing it pretty smart. Gotta give them credit. Alright, so we need to keep playing this game. So we're going to keep our Shadow Cat highly evasive. They don't have the units left to really go after our Shadow Cat. So we should be able to just play the long game here. Oh, it's an Annihilator. Oh, goodness. Oh, goodness. That's what's giving us all that firepower, is that Annihilator. So the thing about the Annihilator is it doesn't have the longest range weapons. So this is going to be another case where we just keep going for the head. That's what we got to do. Keep going for the head at long range. We gotta play this smart because we are so close to pulling up a huge upset here. We gotta engage at long range and just wear these guys down. Really no other way around it. ammunition is becoming a problem.
Your ram ammo is depleted. Guess I'll have to actually join the fight now.
Alright, Annihilator's gonna withdraw. Alright, so we're gonna keep sprinting. Get a Warhawk where it has vision.
Alright, let's get down to it.
Get everybody where they have vision. Alright. Keep our evasion. And now we have no vision. Bummer. Alright, we're gonna be patient. We gotta play this smart here. Guys, I know this might not be the most exciting video right in this section, but the payoff is going to be good if we pull off this win. So what the AI is trying to do is they're trying to get us to push forward and get vision. But then we're going to expose our units. I don't want to do that.
I can see why people enjoy this
So
line
we're
of
going to
work.
have to play this cat and mouse game where pretty much every other turn we're going to be able to get sensor lock with our shadow cat. Oh, we can have rear shots at that Warhawk, I think. What's the ice ferret gonna do? Yeah, the ice, they got tired of my shadow cat getting sensor locks. So they're doing the smart thing and sending the ice ferret after that, my Shadowhawk. That is smart. But right now, I'm getting some rear shots on this Warhawk, so we have to take advantage of that. Warhawk turned around. Alright, that was fun while it lasted. Okay. I'm gonna keep taking headshots at that Annihilator. That's the smart play here. Keep making this a long-range gunfight. And taking headshots.
I'm on the clock. What do you want?
Yeah, I could push forward and probably be successful, but my mechs would get torn up. And there really isn't a reason for us to aggressively push here. And that Annihilator is a beast. See, we're hitting them, and they're pulling back. Hitting them, and they're pulling back. Right, let's keep distracting them with the Shadow Cat. I know I'm living on borrowed time here, but alright, let's get a sensor lock on that dire wolf. You just gotta keep going after targets of opportunity here. See what this ice ferret does. Okay. Well, nice thing about them stacking up next to each other, even our misses can be hits, as you saw there. I will play this long game as long as they will let us play this long game. At some point, either we're going to do enough damage that we're going to take some of these guys out, or they're going to be forced to cross the river and come after us. They're playing very conservative right now,
I'm on the clock. What do you want?
which is really giving us the opportunity to get in some good hits here. Alright, I'm going to take a little bit of a risk here. We're going to push our executioner up. I'm just trying to goad them into sending somebody after us. Uh-oh, this Annihilator is going to make my executioner pay. No, it entrenched. I'm going to hit the executioner with the Warhawk?
I can see
No.
why people enjoy this line of
We're
work.
continuing to be very conservative. Alright, let's keep taking advantage of the Shadow Cat. At some point, they're going to just get a lucky shot in on the Shadow Cat. But we can't worry about that right now. We got to use everything we have at our advantage. Again, if I was them, I would be sending that Ice Ferret after our Shadow Cat. That's the play that makes the most sense. Let's keep hitting that Annihilator. The fact that they're just letting us snipe them to death is shocking to me. Alright, let's do precision strikes. You know, each time we take, eventually we're going to hit this Annihilator in the head. Alright, we got structural on the Annihilator. Because they're just letting us take shot after shot at the head of this Annihilator. Eventually we're going to hit. Alright, we took out the AC-10 on the Annihilator. Not that it matters that much because it probably has like 5 of them. The thing is such a beast.
I'm on the clock. What do you want?
Alright, I'm really surprised that they let us get away with having our executioner that close without making it pay. Take some shots at the Warhawk here.
To line this up.
See, the AI knows it's in a tough spot. It doesn't have
I can see why
the
people
numbers to attack us, and we're slowly picking it apart. Alright, so let's keep the Shadow Cat protected. Get into the rear, and hopefully we can still get a sensor lock on something. I don't want to do that. Let's sensor lock this Annihilator. Good. Alright, let's keep picking this Annihilator apart, shot by shot. Alright. Headshots again on this Annihilator. They're just letting us pick them apart at long range. And I will take that opportunity every chance they give it to me.
I'm on the clock. What do you want?
Push forward with the executioner here. Super risky. Just want to keep the pressure on this Annihilator.
Line this up.
Probably gonna make my executioner pay here. Although, let's see. No. No, they're really at a loss for what to do here. Alright, so let's maximize the evasion on our poor Shadow Cat. Ymir is definitely the MVP for all the things that it's doing here. You know what? We're going to take the rear shot here on this Direwolf. Alright, we got some rear shots. They got distracted by our Shadow Cat. And that didn't last very long. Alright, we got rear shots on this Direwolf. Let's take them. Again, as long as they're gonna let me hit them at long range, I'm gonna take these shots every time. Like, how can I not take these shots? Good hits on that Direwolf. Do we have two Direwolves up there? I think we do. I mean, the salvage, potential salvage available on this is going to be
On the
amazing.
clock. What do you want?
Alright, I'm pushing up on the executioner again. I'm being super aggressive here, I know. Believe me, I know. So the Annihilator gonna do? Annihilator is in full defensive mode. It's not even... Alright, finally they take a shot at us. Ooh, and that hurt. Knew they were gonna make the Executioner pay. Alright. Okay. Got to keep our Shadow Cat evasive. And still in the sensor locking game. Let's go after this direwolf. It's in bad shape. I will snipe these guys. Alright, finally they're sending somebody across the river. The Ice Ferret. Okay. It was actually a smart move on their part.
I just dropped my coffee and I'm fucking angry.
Trying to get knocked down on our Executioner, so we need to push forward with everybody else. Is that knockdown? Yeah, that's knockdown on our Executioner. Okay. Luckily we have some injury protection. But that Executioner's gonna be in a tough spot here. Unless we can take some firepower off the field. Let's go for the head here on this direwolf. Oh, they're going after the Shadow Cat. Okay. Can kind of see why they're doing that. Direwolf is going to go after our Executioner. Yep. Ouch, ouch, ouch.
All the alarms are going off and this is going to be very expensive to fix.
Alright. Gotta stand our Executioner up. And luckily it can sprint. So let's get the Executioner out of there. Keep evasion super high on our Shadow Cat here. Sensor lock that dire wolf.
Something just bounced around in here. I think I heard some.
Alright, let's keep hitting that dire wolf.
Oh, it looks like they know what they're doing.
Oof. Really going after our Executioner.
All the alarms are going off and this is going to be very expensive.
True. This is going to be very expensive, but with the salvage that we're going to get out of this mission, we can take a little damage to our Executioner. that dire wolf. Alright, they're shifting targets to our Warhawks.
I'm on the clock. What do you want?
Alright, let's give our executioner a break.
Decisions at high speed.
Alright, they're trying to engage us at long range with their LRMs. But really, I have the better LRM weapons here, or long range weapons, so they're going to have to move to close. Alright, gotta keep evasive. And get sensor locks with our Shadow Cat. Definitely our MVP here. Definitely. I think this is the dire wolf. Yes, okay. Ah, Ice Ferret's retreating. Alright, we gotta keep hitting this dire wolf. That hurt. Let's keep hitting this dire wolf. Alright, that was a nice hit there. We're slowly picking these guys apart. Precision strike on the dire wolf's head. Is it going to eject? Yes. I'm pretty sure it ejected. Yes, it did. All right.
I'm on the clock. What do you want?
Start working our executioner back.
Let's get down to it.
Doesn't have a lot of armor, so we got to be careful with it. All right. All right, Ymir. Keep evasive. Got the direwolf. We've got the annihilator. Let's do a sensor lock on the annihilator. If we can finish off that annihilator, that's going to give us a couple options actually. It should allow us to evacuate if we choose to do so. Right. Good precision strike. Headshot on that annihilator. Really close to getting rid of that annihilator.
All right, let's get down to it. Let's see if I'm sober enough to line this up.
Later goes after our Shadow Cat. See, they know who the MVP is. Our Shadow Cat is working miracles with these sensor locks. This whole battle changes if we lost our Shadow Cat. So let's get a sensor lock on that annihilator. Let's keep hitting this annihilator at long range. I'm trying to get him to eject versus just going for a shot at the CT because I want to get 2 parts of that annihilator if I can. Let's take a shot. Headshot again. Probably get a CT. Oh, that's a headshot. That's a head hit right there. This annihilator is probably going to go down one way or the other. Eject? Yes, he ejected. Alright, so we got a choice here. We can head for the LZ. Alright, so where's the LZ? Alright, so the LZ is right there. We could push for the LZ and end this mission.
I'm on the clock. What do you want?
I'm not ready to leave yet. We're kind of in the driver's seat on this battle, believe it or not. Because again, they're kind of stuck between a rock and a hard place. They don't have the numbers to push forward. They don't really have the long-range weapons to play defense. So I think the AI is stuck in a unsure scenario, which is causing it just to kind of let us pick them apart at long range. Going for headshots whenever we can. Alright, looks like he's going to start pushing that dire wolf forward,
On the clock. What do you want?
which kind of makes sense.
Alright, let's get down to it. Let's see if I'm sober enough to line this up.
Let's keep evasive with the Shadow Cat. Take the shot here on the dire wolf just to distract him a little bit. Ice ferret's pushing forward, trying to get us to go after it, but we're gonna ignore it. Actually, we'll have our night gear work on the ice ferret here at this point. Actually, it might make sense for us to just take this ice ferret out of the equation. There we go. There goes the ice ferret. So we got 2 enemy targets left. We're really annoyed at our Shadow Cat.
I'm on the clock. What do you want?
Alright, move forward just a little with our executioner. Try to keep it away from that dire wolf. That warhawk. We can get a precision strike. We can't hit the leg that I want to hit, but we can still hit the other leg. Alright, what's the dire wolf gonna do? Retreat. Yep. Dire wolf is really feels like it's in a rock and a hard place. I can understand. Shadow Cat's gonna make it even more frustrating for the dire wolf. Ooh, nice. We got structural damage on that dire wolf. Just hit the warhawk. Got structural damage on the warhawk now. I mean, they're literally just letting me snipe him to death here. Might not be the most exciting video, but it sure is fun. I was taking a risky move there with our executioner, making it pay a little bit. So that executioner is going to have to be completely out of the battle here on out. No way around it. Alright, really taking a risk with our Shadow Cat here. But I don't think the Direwolf can afford to go after the Shadow Cat, because if it does, then we're going to just shoot it in the back. And it should know that. Although it's close to just getting a death from 1,000 cuts here. That might be a nice title for this video. Really putting us in a position where we can just keep hitting them at long range. Executioner needs to be done with this fight right now. It's on its last legs. Alright. Mir, what are you gonna do? We're going to be smart here. And just do some sensor locking. Alright, we're going to be a little aggressive here with our night gear. Goes after the night gear. Not surprised. But, you know, we're in a situation now where we've got numbers, we've got armor to our advantage. I'm going to push a little here. Go after the night gear there, that's okay.
Alright, let's get down to it. Let's see if I'm sober enough to line this up. I can see why people enjoy this line of work.
Pull back the night gear a little. No need to go crazy. Push up with our Warhawk. Not too worried about salvage on this Warhawk because we're probably going to have much better salvage. So let's just hit this Warhawk hard. Trying to finish it off. Alright, same logic here with our Warhawk. Direwolf comes after our Warhawk, that's okay. We're not going to get out of this battle without damage.
I'm on the clock. What do you want?
There's just no
Let's make some
way about it, but the
decisions.
salvage we're going to get on this mission makes it so much worth it. Alright, there we go. There goes the Warhawk
I'm legally obligated to
with
inform
3
you of
salvageable
your
parts. Alright, we wiped out the Op 4. That Direwolf was still on the board. So we're going to get some pretty good salvage here. Let's see what we get out of this one. That was quite a battle, folks. 15 against 7. 2 of our mechs got destroyed. 2 others got some damage, but we took out 14 of the 15 enemy mechs. We should have our choice of really good salvage here. Assuming we don't freeze. Alright, we didn't freeze. Alright. Let's see. We got 1 injury for 28 days, another injury for 14 days. I can live with that, actually. Alright. So we got 2 Annihilator parts. We've got a whole bunch of blood ass parts. Do we have 3 direwolf parts? We do not have 3 direwolf parts. Oh, the struggle is real. We got summoner parts. We got Warhawk parts. Alright, so we're gonna have to make some tough decisions here. I'm gonna take the Annihilator parts because it's an Annihilator. We're gonna take the Direwolf parts because it's a Direwolf. And then we're gonna roll the dice, see what else we get. So we got a Blood Asp part. I think we have enough parts to put together a Blood Asp. Alright, not too bad as far as salvage. Not an immediate payoff salvage-wise, unless we can put together a Blood Asp here. So let's check that real quick, and then we'll wrap up this video. Actually, it's taking a while to load up. So let's figure that out off camera. So let's end this video. 2 hours, 42 minutes. What a marathon for one battle, but it was quite a battle. So we'll see you next time. Please subscribe if you enjoyed this video, and we'll talk to you soon.